It has arrived. For anyone who has ever thought about or ever considered starting a YouTube channel and has gone on to actually do successful YouTube videos, 9 times out of 10, they end up with a vlogging camera at some point in their journey. And today, it's finally my turn. So hello, for anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Ash, aka, or currently the Freediving Ninja. I am contemplating changing that name. This is Lyra, and this is Quaffle. They have their own channel, so I wouldn't worry about them too much. I've actually been on YouTube now for about 6 years, approximately, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less, I can't remember exactly. And in those 6 years, when I first started out, I did actually have a designated camera for my videos and for my vlogging. Unfortunately, that one day got broke and I just simply couldn't afford to replace it. 6 years later, I've still not been able to replace it until today. Before today, I've actually been using my phone or also my GoPro in order to actually record videos. And while they are good, they are also difficult to use at the same time. My phone, for example, is in a protective casing. This protective casing does actually distort the audio slightly. It also gets dust in front of the camera that's really hard to clean out in between uses. On top of that, I also use my phone for my business, so there's a lot of dog photos and videos in here, and it's very easy for it all to get mixed in and mixed up and keep track of what's been recorded where. So I've really been after a designated vlogging camera or a designated thing to use to record my videos. So after having not much success with my camera, I switched to a GoPro. This is the GoPro 9 Black. This is what I've actually been using to record a lot of my videos recently. And although it is great, it also has some flaws as well. For example, if you try and actually zoom in on a wide angle shot to focus on a certain point, video gets very pixelated, very distorted, and isn't very handy to use. On top of that, even though the audio quality is good 98% of the time, without some sort of wind mic, it can get a bit fuzzy. And on top of that, when you first start up the GoPro, the audio tends to pop. This is a fault with the GoPro 9 that they've had for a while. They still can't fix it, so I kind of got annoyed with that. Also with the GoPro 9, if the device is cold, it tends to tell you that it's running out of battery and automatically turns off. When in reality, the battery is at like 80% and the device is just cold, so it goes, oh, I'm cold, I must have a low battery, and just turns itself off. So I could be 2 minutes into... Do you mind? So I could be 2 minutes into recording a video and it'll just suddenly turn off and shut down and I'll be none the wiser. And unfortunately, this makes it very difficult to video with, especially when I'm trying to record a long talking video and it just randomly shuts off on me after like 5 minutes. After experiencing all these problems with my phone and also with the GoPro, I was getting really frustrated and really annoyed between bad audio quality, bad video quality, and generally blurriness and everything else going wrong. And I was getting really frustrated and really angry. And I've been thinking to myself for about 2 years now, I need a dedicated vlogging camera. The difference in cameras in the last 5 years has been absolutely dramatic. I think the original, like, all go-to vlogging camera was the Canon Mark II or something like that. It was always outside of my price range. I could never afford it. And then this year, a new camera came out, which until I bought it, I didn't realize that several other vloggers actually use this very same camera. So I'm very excited to get it. It's a camera that's been specially designed for vlogging. It's good in dark light, it's good in bright light, and I'm very excited to use it and finally have a dedicated vlogging camera once again. I still need to get a mic to go with it, but I finally have the camera. Without further ado, let's unbox it. So the camera I've chose is the Sony ZV-1F. This is actually apparently made for vlogging. We're going to open up the box here, and the box is actually covered with these Sony seal of approval, so you know that it's brand new, hasn't been opened, hadn't been touched. And I unlock those. It's officially my camera. Oh, I'm so excited. Right, and we are going to have a look at what's in the box. When we first open the box, we've got Scan Me to discover more. Pause for effect. Hello there. This is voiceover Ashley, or editing Ashley, however you actually would like to prefer me. I'm currently using my Snowball Ice mic, and I figured since I'm actually trying to get into voiceover, why not actually give it a go of being a voiceover on my own video. I also apologise for the noises that my little bird will be making in the background. Ignoring that though, let's switch back to the unboxing. So getting into the box itself, we start with a lot of paperwork, and as you can probably tell by these next few clips, I could not care less about paperwork. There was something about registering your device, something about how to get set up,
and also a help me guide for any troubleshooting issues in almost every language you could imagine. It was huge. There's also a QR code for an online version if you need it. Getting into the box itself, we have multiple compartments looking after all the different bits you need for your camera. You can probably tell from this shot which part the actual camera is, but I did notice this little white envelope. This confused me because I had no idea what it was or what could possibly be in it. Imagine my surprise when I realised it's the wind defender that comes with the camera. It clips straight on and over the top of the mic, and I have to say it works really, really well. We also have a standard USB cable that allows you to connect the camera to your computer, transfer files across, and believe it or not, this USB also allows your camera to act as a webcam as well. Very handy. Then in this little compartment to the side, we have the battery for the camera in a very cute and very soft little wrap. As I got the camera out, I did check the other side. It's completely empty. And now for the camera itself, the Sony ZV-1F, and a very excited Ashley. So on the top of the camera itself, you have a little slot where you would put the wind defender over the top of the mic. On the back next to the screen, you have multiple buttons which are really easy to use and navigate, and it has a full breakdown in the how-to guide of how to use them. It also has a lovely big back screen so you can see clearly what it is you are taking a photo or video of. As we go around to the front of the camera, it has a lovely safety guard over the front of the camera itself, which is really easy to clip on and off. On the top of the camera, we have our basic controls such as on and off, zoom in and zoom out, press record, and it also can switch nice and easily between photo, video, and S and Q. Meanwhile, on the bottom, you have the screw in order to attach it to a tripod, as well as the compartment where the SD card and also the battery would be mounted. It's also really easy to close the compartment and lock it into place. Going back to the screen on the back, you can actually flip it out. This allows you to be able to see what you are recording from the front, which, as any vlogger knows, is very important. Not only does the screen flip out, it also spins around, so if you do need to switch it back to be able to see from behind the camera quickly, you can do so easily with just a flick of the wrist. And when you've finished, just slide it back round so it's facing the front and fold it back into the camera. The camera itself has an approximately 20.1 megapixels. It has a 1.5 zoom in 4K and approximately 2 times zoom in HD. I'll be honest though, I'm not much of a techie, so I don't really know more than that.
This is my new vlogging camera, the Sony ZV-1F. Apparently it has been specifically designed for vlogging and is supposedly perfect. People first getting into vlogging, first getting used to cameras and things like that. And before anyone asks, no, this video is not sponsored. I have generally just got this camera off the bat and just thought it'd be fun to do an unboxing video. I actually forgot to mention there's actually HDMI stuffs and that on this side. The only challenge I've got now is I'm actually going to have to go out and buy a specific SD card for it, because when you actually open the SD card slot, there is a slot for a very large SD card, and that is it. It needs to be a full-sized SD card. A small SD card is not going to work in this scenario. So I'm going to have to actually go out and get one. Now, I'm not actually going to go into the specifics of the camera and the actual specs because I'm not a tech channel. I am literally just doing this unboxing for fun because I thought it would be entertaining or engaging and nice for my memories to say, look at this fantastic little camera I've got now. But I am very much looking forward to using this camera. It looks like it's going to be pretty easy to use. It's pretty compact. I do actually need to nip out now, so I think I am going to go grab a memory card while I am out, because I have had a big look around my house and I cannot find my old memory SD card adapter, which is the great big square thing. So I'm going to go grab that now. Oops, I'm accidentally already recording. Haha, look at that. Hey, hi. Oh, wow, that was fast autofocus. Wow, that's really good quality. I am now recording from the new camera. As of yet, I don't have the wind cover on because I'm just testing the general layout of the camera, the shake on it, which to be fair is already looking pretty good. It's got autofocus on the eyes so I can see where I'm looking. I can actually see the volume bar so I can see whether I'm too loud, too quiet, and I can see where I am in frame and in shot. And I tell you what, it makes me look really bright, like really bright. It's actually quite dark and dull in here if I actually compare it with my phone. So this is currently a side-by-side comparison with my phone being on the right, the left, might be your left. The phone being on the left and the camera being on the right, and you can probably see that the phone, which I'm looking at now, is a lot darker than the actual Sony, which is much brighter, much clearer. I love how bright and clear it is, it's really nice. But this is the main audio without the wind protector, and if I can just find said wind protector, get it out of its little casing. See, now I'm much darker because the light's in the background. Now I actually have the wind protector cover on. I don't know whether or not that makes a difference at the moment because obviously I'm inside. Inside is going to be a little bit more echoey. I don't know whether or not it's going to be more echoey with or without it. Hopefully the girls flying past being silly will actually show some sort of difference to how it's actually being and whether or not it is very windy. Lyra is very interested in it right now. Hi Lyra, you being a good girl? Where's the focus in this? No, not focusing at all. It does not detect Lyra. It is more interested in the background. So I'm going to have to work on focus a little bit, aren't we? And try zooming. Hi. Oh, look at that. Much more beautiful. Much more beautiful now that I can actually see you in the zoom. Yeah, the focus is a little off. And it might need to work on the focus. I'm not too sure how to manually adjust the focus as of yet. Obviously, this is something I need to work on. Background, this is apparently background defocus. At the moment, it's defocusing everything. And this is background clear. That is looking a bit better. It recognises Lyra as part of the background, which is stating. Let's go check out the Quaffle. Hi, Quaffle. Hi, Coffee. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? As usual, Quaffle does not like the camera. She is not a fan. We are now going to test it in really low light levels. We're going to go outside where you can probably see it's getting dark and see how it looks out there. Thank you girls for the wind test. Come on, Coffee. There's a Quaffle there. Come here, to me, on my shoulder. That's actually really good in low light. It's actually very, very good low light. Yes, we're actually looking really, really good right now. Hi, Baba. I think this is going to make a very, very good vlogging camera and I am very much looking forward to trying it out over the next few videos. But that was it. Yeah, we're getting excited. Yeah. Mwah. But that is it for this unboxing. I hope you've enjoyed it and I am looking forward to playing with my new camera in the future and see how we get on. But for now, bye-bye.